Well, great. You mentioned too, you went backpacking. The question we have here is to relive a trip that you've taken. I might just even ask you more specifically about your backpacking trip. Can you comment or give us a bit of a story or explain why that trip was important to you?
Well, those are the days where you're able to get the Eurail pass, and you pay one pass and you travel wherever you want throughout the month, and that's the opportunity that we took. And a number of us from the University of Waterloo traveled, but went our separate ways. And back in the day, this is pre-email, pre-BlackBerry, pre-mobile phone, everybody having it in the 80s. And so we would meet up at American Express offices. And in those days, you actually wrote a note on a piece of paper, you stuck it to the bulletin board, literally, and you'd go in there and you'd look for notes for yourself. And invariably, I bet you in the month, maybe 7, 8 times, we'd literally come across classmates without having planned anything, that we'd end up in Venice and there's our friends standing in the same square as us, or traveling on a Eurail train, and then you walk down a few cars and you see your friends there too. So, or on the beaches of Nice. It was just an amazing opportunity, and so fortuitous. You realize what a big world it is and what a small world it is too.
You're very right. I think that's a good way of putting it too. Travel it has a way, even the further you go from home, the smaller the world can seem when you find that people have much more in common
Yes.
than differences.
Well, somebody was just telling me they were on one of those escorted trips, and they were on the mountains in Nepal or something like that, and was speaking to somebody from a different country and trying to exchange thoughts and that. And they said they're from near Toronto, a place called Waterloo. And the person goes, "My daughter goes to Waterloo."
Oh,
and she was from China. So anyway, it is a small world where you're trying to explain, the context of Canada, where we are, and people actually know Waterloo.
That's a great story.